Hello everyone, and today do I have a treat for you. This is my Crossbow tripwire pressure plate trap that I made out of scrap wood, which was basically free, and a $17 bow and some nails that were like $4 and a piece of string that I just found. So basically, I've got the ballista. It's wired up to a counterweight so that you can adjust it perfectly and it just sort of swivels around effortlessly, and you can tune it quite easily. Got the string. The string is tied to the frame and then it goes over the trigger stick down to a pulley on the ground, which is just a piece of pipe weighed down with stones, and then it goes along this little string and over to this pressure plate which I have made. Right, hello everyone. Today I'll be doing a demo of my pressure plate concealed ground crossbow trap. So what we have over here is a ballista bow. It's kind of like a ballista, it's a crossbow, but it's set up on a frame with a little pivot thing here. Very simple to build, doesn't cost very much money. Bow was like $17, wood was free. Then we have our ground pulley. This is basically just any piece of pipe that can be a pulley for a string. And we wrap the string between the trigger and the frame of the crossbow. I'm not going to load the crossbow with an active bolt because I do intend on triggering the tripwire from the pressure plate and I don't want to get impaled. But basically we run the string to a ground pulley and then along over here. And over here we have our pressure plate. Now the idea is you want to bury this pressure plate flush with the ground, completely flat, and then cover it in camouflage material of whatever environment you're in. Say you want to defend a castle, you might cover it with sand and it just looks like a regular patch of sand. When you step on it, boom. So basically there's pressure what is this? Anyway, this is the cutaway. It's a piston made of sticks. It sits on the ground, but you would bury this entire thing in the ground. And then this would be this is the trigger basically. You can connect it to an electrical trigger if you want to do remote complicated electricity stuff, but I'm just using a string for now because that's easier. You got a little broomstick. This is our top pulley, which basically converts the string from down to across. And you would have this string running through the sand or through like leaves or whatever if you're in the forest. Basically what happens when you push this down is it pulls on this string, which in turn should let the that's terrible. Okay, little pro tip, make sure to weight down the pulley properly so that when you pull on the string it doesn't just flip everything into the air. I've got this one rock here, hopefully that will be enough in order to hold everything down, and I've also got everything's sort of lever set. Obviously if you're actually trying to catch something with this, you would set it up better. But this is just sort of a demo. I may as well demonstrate how I reset it. So the pressure plate is hooked up to this little string here. You just put the string over the pulley and then you just lift the pressure plate up to arm it. And then once it's been armed, you want to make sure that the pressure plate tension line is tight, because if it's not tight then well, it's not going to do anything. Right, I'm going to try that again, because that first attempt was terrible. But basically, enemy tries to come up to castle and destroy castle. They go over a concealed sand trap tripwire pressure plate. It goes down. Dang it. Should have adjusted the tension better. Okay, third time's a charm. So the digger drives over. It exceeds the threshold. And you gotta calibrate it so it doesn't just go off if anyone steps on it. It has to be like a weight of similar weight to a tank. We don't want it to go off if it feels the weight of a car or if it feels the weight of a person. If it feels the weight of a tank, then this pressure plate goes down. Damn it! It's the third time in a row. Okay, fourth time's a charm. I think to arm it this time I'm just going to slightly move it back. I feel it really pulling. Okay, here we go. And I can feel it wanting to pull itself over, so I'm going to brace it with a stick. Just going to lever this up against it. Here we go. Okay, fourth time's a charm. The thing that you've calibrated it to go off for. Braces the pressure plate. And then it goes off. I know I had to pull that all the way back. Normally this thing would be perfectly flush level because it's not buried in the ground. It's kind of at an angle. So it's been kind of throwing me off. Okay, finally I managed to fix it. So we have our pressure plate. It's wired up. You got to configure it using springs or friction or whatever in order to get the right weight. You will have to test it prior to use so you don't accidentally have a dog set it off or something. You only want it to go off when the thing you're trying to catch is on it. And we're trying to catch diggers. Anyway, so we put the tension right until it's right on the edge. Then you're going to want to load up an arrow or probably around 18 pounds of plastic explosives. That's the standard recommendation from Demolitions of Explosives handbook on disposing of diggers. Alright, so here we have the little mechanism. We've got a pressure plate, we've got the pulley, it's all set up. Finally I calibrated it. Now hopefully it goes off when I push this button. Oh, there we go, perfect. And then that launches your ballista bolt or detonates your charge or whatever, I don't know. Alrighty, I finally fine-tuned it so it works properly. Here we have our ballista. You load this thing up with whatever projectile you want. I currently have it loaded with nothing because I don't want to be impaled when I set it off. Anyway, ballista is hooked up to a string which is wrapped around the post of the frame and then goes down to a ground pulley, which is just a piece of pipe weighted down with some stones. Then the string goes all the way along here to the pressure plate, which has been correctly tensioned and pressured to go off under the right weight, mainly by this piece of plywood, which makes it very friction. So if a bird lands on it or something, it's not going to go off. If a cat jumps on it, it's not going to go off unless it's a really fat cat. If a dog goes on it, it's kind of 50-50, and if a person goes on it like this, then the crossbow fires. Which is calibrated with quite a bit of friction so that not just anything will set it off. It has to be a decent amount of weight. You can't just sort of, you know, bop it and have it go off. You really got to step on it. But oh look, there's a fantail. Anyway, when you step on it, we're standing directly downrange of that crossbow and we pull it down, and pressing this pressure plate causes the crossbow to go off, and that will launch a projectile directly over here to exactly where the pressure plate is, causing whatever the pressure, whatever's over here to be mildly inconvenienced. And yeah. Now don't limit yourself with the amount of crossbows that you're using per trap. That one little trap thingy over there, what's it called? A little, it's a pressure plate. That one little pressure plate can trigger as many crossbows as you can be bothered putting to it. And it doesn't have to be mounted to a fancy frame. You could just have it lying in the grass covered in camouflage and you wouldn't even know that it's there without a frame, and you could still trigger it just the same. You could theoretically have like 500 of them, but I guess you are kind of limited by the amount of space you have and the range of your crossbows. But this thing here, all you got to do basically is you have your pressure plate and you just redirect the strings over a piece of wood or a pulley if you're fancy, but really a piece of wood or even a rusty nail will do if it's just a 1 or 2 time use thing. And you could have as many of these crossbows set up as you want, or it could be something else. You could put an electrical trip in there such that when you press it down it causes something electrical to happen, but that inspires all sorts of dangerous ideas, so I'll just pretend that I didn't think that thought. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching my little pressure plate video. This is my pressure plate and it triggers the crossbow. The end. Goodbye. What did you think of my pressure plate video? Do you like my pressure plate? Did you think it was very cool?
Oh yes, I mean, nobody would even notice.
Did I detect sarcasm? Oh, look at that. There's a carrot on that wait. Can I just borrow this real quick? Can I borrow it? Watch it. Oh look, some carrots. Don't you just want to get them? They look delicious. Oh, okay, that's embarrassing. I'm gonna end the video there. Goodbye.